Good evening! It is finally time to do another freaking modding stream because I haven't done one in months again. I don't even remember when the last modding stream really was. I have been modding Insanity Deathmatch and Skulltag Fortress and been experimenting with a lot of other things as well, just not on the stream. But yeah, it's finally time I did some more modding on stream, and I have a few things that I want to do. Mainly for Insanity Deathmatch, of course, more new stuff. The thing that I've already developed, and I may have streamed it, I don't even remember if I did, but I have made kind of a customizable weapon spawn for the BFG spot. And I aim to do the same for the rest of the weapons this stream. And then for Skulltag Fortress, I'm just trying to figure out the rebalancing of all the classes, basically with the armor and health values, as well as probably most hit scan weapons, just basically going through them and probably redesigning how their damage should be handled. I don't know. We shall see about that. But yeah, first we'll start with Insanity Deathmatch, and I think that'll probably take longer, although it might take a little bit more pondering about Skulltag Fortress, because there's probably going to be more thinking instead of just programming. We'll see about that, but yeah, we should get into it. I have a Slade open. Oh, by the way, very recently Slade got an update as well. I think just a week ago, yeah. Slade version 3.2.11 and 3.2.10 I heard had some issues. It actually reads it over here. Slade version 3.2.11, a small bug focus release is here. This is all by Sir Jarrington. He's saying in this that I know 3.2.10 was meant to be the last of 3.2.x. However, it had a few fairly major issues, particularly to do with the PNG image handling. So now this should be the last before 3.3.0, hopefully. Damn. But I remember when the first few 3.2 updates came to Slade, and they were horrendously bad. Because I ended up actually using 3.1.13, the latest one in 3.1s, because the UI was just like, I hadn't gotten used to it in 3.2, and on top of that there were a lot of freaking bugs when 3.2 and its first version came out. But this one, 3.2.11, doesn't feel really bad, and I think the one before 3.2.10 was also pretty good, which was 3.2.9 naturally. But yeah, let's get into it. I shall switch to the screen. My hair might be a little bit of a mess, but we shall persevere. Oh yeah, also, I put the two posters up on the wall. Those are the actually switch to this screen real quick. Those are the id Software pictures. That's the 1992 one, and then that's the 1994 one. And I still have the sort of Romero and Carmack Gaming Superstar poster to put somewhere, but I kind of want to put this on frames and then put it somewhere over there, kind of off camera, but still I just want to decorate that wall as well, which has nothing over there. And then yeah, Shakara's over here. Damn you! You scared the living shit out of me. But yeah, we shall switch it. The screen. Okay, no. I don't have living shit inside me, hopefully, but yeah. If you have living shit inside of you and you poop it out while you're scared, see a doctor. Anyway. Where was I? Weapon spawners. Actually, first thing I should probably look at is the menu def and the menu inside the mod. I wonder if I should use the probably just no maps. Well, for now, we shall see what this looks like. Also, I might have music on. Yeah, but I might disable that for now. and slightly amp up that music. Insanity of music, I mean sound effects. Insanity options, spawner options, weapon spawners. That's how these worked. And there's the BFG spawner. I see. So the spawn weapons are single barrel shotgun, chain gun, super shotgun, rocket launcher, plasma gun, BFG. Technically chainsaw, although I have that replaced by a power-up spawner, so that will be on its own list of power-up spawners. I might stream that later, but yeah, now we're doing the weapon spawners. Random weapons. Let's see. I think I changed none of these. I just need to see how the freaking. Oh wait, yeah, that's right. I did change some of this. So it's weapon spawner, slot 7 spawner. So this has. No, it's random spawners. Damn it, random weapon spawners. There it is. And then spawn actor 6, I think. Oh my god, this has a lot of, lot of conditionals. There it is, custom weapon spawn checks. The other weapon spawners won't have this many checks because there is just this many BFGs on the slot. Slot 1 and 2 we're gonna ignore. Slot 3, 4, 5, and 6 is what we're gonna do. Yeah. And more specifically, the spawns that replace the original weapons. So weapon spawn actor 1, that is the single barrel shotgun. Completely forgotten what any of these do. No, this is the SSG spawner. Yeah, that's right. But it should say right there, that's actually the SSG's Doom et Num, and I replaced the SSG with its Doom et Num instead of writing replace super shotgun because of the buckshot modifier. Technically this mod has its own buckshot modifier as well, but if in a rare case people want to host this with the buckshot modifier on in Zenjonum, then this doesn't intervene that when it's using the super shotgun's Doom et Num instead of replacing the weapon directly. That's why I used that. Of course there is gonna be Zenjonum complaining about a Doom et Num completely, like, I don't even remember if it says anything about it. It's like this thing and this thing have the same Doom et Num. I think that's what it says on the errors, but it doesn't really crash or just do a whole freaking fatal error at start. It's kind of a bad thing, and I really wish that instead of doing this, Zenjonum would support the Doom et Num's definition in map info, but that is a long way away. So until then, I am using this method. It's a little bit hacky, but that's what Zenjonum is all about nowadays. The other weapons, I mean, yeah, this one directly replaces the shotgun, this one directly replaces the chain gun, does its random spawning things, rocket launcher and plasma rifle, and then of course the BFG, which I've already done with this many conditionals. And yeah, apparently I have to do the ACS stuff as well. I should have looked into this a little bit more deeply, and let's see. Oh, Kev, it's you, Goober! I can do goobering. Why don't you come over here and code some of this shit? I don't know why I suddenly thought of a Jaws reference there. It's like, chum some of this shit. And suddenly Jaws appears from the sea. Anyway. Yeah. Kevs is here. Coded Deckard, you gross, yeah. Yeah, Kevin's is all about Z-Script, and he is a real wizard at that. So, see, all the custom weapon spawns come after all of that. So it should be right below the... Oh, it's actually... Let's do that for the super shotgun first. Here. But it's actually right before the dual spawns? Yeah, because the dual spawn is right there. Okay, good that I've commented all of this, otherwise it would be a mess to go through, really. Right. Custom... Should have looked, actually. Weapon spawn checks. And right above that, right here, I think, was So what? Weapon spawn modifier checks. Damn it, this is the rocket launcher. Well, it doesn't matter. I mean, all of these spawners are gonna have these, so. Chain gun, shotgun. I'm stepping tomorrow to learn the wizardry. I think one day I will. But not today, sorry. Sorry. Wait, this doesn't have a... Oh yeah, that's right, because the chain guns or the bullet weapons are kind of all in duel anyway, so this one doesn't have a duel check separately. Right. It's been a while since I've actually just done any of this. Wait, yeah, I did it for that. I didn't do it for this. I should do it for this. I'm kind of doing this in a very weird order. Right below that goes the custom weapon spawn checks. There. Alright. That looks good. Plasma rifle still. There. Alright, now we have to go to, I think, ACS to reference the BFG script that I did. Something, yeah, weapon spawn underscore BFG. So this one, oh yeah, I'm gonna have to create the CVARs as well. Weapon spawner SSG. That's gonna be the command for that. Compile for now. I should actually just click like compile from up there instead of just constantly right clicking and stuff like that. CVAR info WS SSG. I think I should just actually name all of this right here. So there's gonna be the regular shotgun, chain gun, rocket launcher. Plasma gun is probably just gonna be PG. Or I could just like open these up. I mean, SSG could be like that, but I could just like shotgun. I kind of want these to be short still. As if the rest of these are really short. They're actually just very plain. I think this is good enough. I don't know. It's not very consistent. This is a pretty long word there. The plasma gun. I don't really know. I'll go with the abbreviations for now. Let's do that. There we go. Those are all server variables. Compile. I mean, I already compiled that. What am I doing? SSG, SG, which is the shotgun, CG, that's the chain gun. Technically for these I could just do like longer names, I don't know. Rocket launcher. The plasma gun. Yeah. Compile, and now we shall use those. Oh my god, this list. I'm gonna also need the, like, probably open this in a separate window here in Slade, and then look at all the different weapons. Slot 3 is gonna be first. Actually, wait a minute. Yeah, because the super shotgun and or shotgun and SSG spawns have like different weapons from slot 3, 4, and 5, and even 6. Technically, I could include like all of them, all of the weapons in slot 3, 4, 5, and 6, in all of, I don't know. I think for now we could just like only include the stuff that are in the spawners. Also gonna zoom this in. Oh, this is gonna be obnoxious to record. Maybe it's better here. Oh god. That's a little better. There we go, that's the first one. SSG. Programming in Slade. It isn't exactly like heavy weapons guy firing his minigun, but yeah, this is certainly something I program in Slade, and I don't recommend anyone should do it. It is on their own responsibility. At the very least, like quite recently, was it sometime last year, Slade had included like this, so you could actually just see like where all the braces are. Right, yep, I meant to look at the spawners. Wait. Oh yeah, that's right, because they're all over here. Weapon spawner 1. Super shotgun. Alright. Super shotgun. Should they actually be... How are they named in the BFG one? They have no IDM abbreviation there at the beginning, or prefix really. So that's gonna be called Super Shotgun. And also, where are the states located? They are right after nothing and right before duel, I think. Yes, duel spawn. Forgot that those are also commented. Weapon spawner modifier states, custom weapon spawner states. Alright. It's rough to program in. I think if I really get into programming at some point, I'll probably be saying the same. But even at this point, with this experience, I do agree that Slade isn't really the best program for this. But I am used to this, and I don't know any other, like, but I know other ways of, like, programming this, but, like, it's gonna take me a while to get used to. Used to those. Wait a minute. Because nothing was over there. Then right before duel, but wait a minute. That already has shotgun in there. Hang on a moment. That's because of the point blank. Should I just go ahead and name all these to, like, point blank bullet hell? Why didn't I do that at the beginning? What the hell was wrong with me when I was doing this shit? Crazy Tony, welcome. Crazy Tony's basically going like, coding as usual, I see. And then he's saying hello in chat too. There's absolutely a factor too. Once you've made a workflow working in a program, it's literally easy. Yeah, absolutely. You have to learn a new workflow if you switch program. That is very true. And I've been on the same flow for years now, like the better part of 6 and 7 years probably. I'd say 7. Anyway, how are these made? Let's see. Now I get it, yes. I think this one should be blank for now. What I'm gonna do instead is rename, hopefully this doesn't cause any issues, but it shouldn't. And name the shotgun states that is holding the shotguns only point blank modifier check thingamajig and the state itself. I'm gonna rename that to actually point blank. There we go. Bullet gun is gonna be bullet hell. Colon. Replace all. I think it was Alt Shift and R that I had set to replacing all. That's Blockbuster. Colon. Alt Shift and. Damn it. I pressed Caps Lock instead. There we go. Wait a minute. I pressed like Alt and Caps Lock and then suddenly Slade went like. Under over there. Alt Shift and R, I think. Yeah, there we go. It doesn't even say like replace this and this many occurrences. It just like immediately replaces without any window popping, which is interesting, but I think also makes it easier. Plasma gun. This was shell shock. Cell shock, as in plasma cell, energy cell shock. There we go. And then the different these things into point blank, black blank. There we go. Again, almost pressed caps lock. Bullet gun to bullet hell. Hold Shift and R, and then expl gun to what the hell was it? Blockbuster. And then plasma gun to cell shock. There we go. They are all replaced. I think I might have to do the same for like the fixed spawners as well. Yes, I do. Well, that'll be I won't be streaming that. That'll be something I'll do off stream. I don't think I actually will need this here now, so I'm gonna save this. I thought I would be needing that on a different window just to look at the different weapons, but then I thought that, yeah, I should probably just look at these instead in the same file. Alright, super shotgun, then there's shotgun. After that there is super chain gun. Probably zoom out a little bit so that I can see the whole freaking text. Optionally, I could just do this. There we go. Maybe that's better. Yeah, there we go. Super Kaingun. That was said in a very Finnish way. Heavy machine gun. I think what I could do is just copy this line instead. Also, 2, 3, 4. Heavy machine gun. I really don't know how entertaining this is to people. Just me going through pieces of code and copy pasting stuff and writing different things in a few positions, but right out shotgun. 6 is gonna be screw gun. That doesn't need to be capitalized. 7 super nail gun. I'll probably just like copy all of that temporarily over there so I can just see like what the hell I'm writing. Super nail gun. Whoops. There we go. Rocket launcher, then bullets, yeah. Railgun. Interesting. And then plasma gun. 8, 9, and 10. Did this actually have a comment in there saying the dual spawn check? Yeah, dual check, okay. Guess this could be like dual check as well. So even after all of these checks, first the checks for like the like single.
Ah, it's good to see you.
What? What's your car? First, I was gonna say like first it checks for like a single weapon only modifier, and if that's the case, then it spawns absolutely nothing because everybody will be using just one weapon. Like in the Hot Rockets modifier, blade mode, which is Vorpal blade only, Birmingham, which is knife fight only, and so on. And then if it isn't a single weapon only modifier, then it checks for the weapon group modifiers or weapon spawn modifier checks, and then if it's none of that, basically no modifier modifying any of the weapon spawns, then it checks for the server's custom spawns, which is here. Want to hear something cool? What is that? And then yeah, if no custom spawn is checked, okay, thank you, that was very cool to hear. If no custom spawn is checked or set, then it checks if the game mode is dual. If so, it spawns like curated BFGs, or in this case SSGs, SSG type weapons, I think mainly just shotguns, for dual. And if even dual isn't turned on, then it just spawns the weapon spawner as normal, which is this, with different weights on different weapons, mostly the SSG on the SSG spot, and then every other weapon on the other ones, or the other cases. Anyway, yeah, there we go. Now we're gonna do the states for all of these. So this is pointing to the states. So if the custom weapon spawn is set to 1, which is super shotgun, then it'll go to the super shotgun state, which we're gonna create right below nothing. I think it was super shotgun TNT 1A underscore spawn item X. Now I actually have to look. Let's see. Yeah, that's right. So I used the single active random spawners for those. Oh no, wait. Yeah, I did. It's right down there. Wait a minute. Why did those? Oh, it's because of that. Okay. Super shotgun spawner. It should be called. I have to double check that. There's the spawn actors, but then we have the spawners right here. Super shotgun spawner it is. Then it should stop, because if you don't stop, the right stop there, then it's also going to be spawning a BFG on, on there. Yeah, you probably don't want that. Shotgun, same thing, except minus super. Should probably have like a, well, I don't know, I'm just probably going to copy that and then paste that over there. Super chain gun. Super kain gunnesvapner. Next up was, I think, the super nail gun or heavy machine gun. I think all the shotgun should actually just be right there. Super nail gun, rocket launcher. Yeah, there we go. I don't know why the riot shotgun was all the way down there, but yeah, now it is. Right below the shotgun, I'm gonna type this riot shotgun. Just add riot shotgun there. The reason these are in their own, like in slot 3 for example, the reason these things, like there's essentially random spawners, but they only spawn one actor. And the reason for that is if I just make the random weapon spawn actors like this one only spawn the weapon directly. It's not gonna be permanently on the ground. Like if I spawn the weapon directly through another actor except a random spawner, then picking up that weapon will just make it disappear. And so it doesn't work in Deathmatch. But miraculously, I don't know why, but thank God, spawning it through random spawner makes it stay on the ground. And it even works like if weapon stays off, then the weapon will just disappear if the server really wants that. So if the server admin doesn't want weapon stay to be on. I don't know why that behavior is with random spawners, but I'm very grateful that that is the case, because otherwise I was going to make like a separate Insanity Last Man Standing edition of the mod. I would have to make that into a separate mod. And in fact, I had to, before discovering this random spawner thing, I did make a separate Insanity Instagib and Buckshot mod. There are actually graphics of that on my PC, and I've showcased that in different places, but yeah. Alright, there we go. What was that? This was the wrong file entirely. There we go. Heavy machine gun. Right after that, we have a screw gun. That is also a shotgun. I think I should put that there. And right below, riot shotgun. Screw this gun. Skew gun. Or is it like shoe gun? I don't know. Shoe gun. A gun that shoots shoes. That would be something else. Now there's a weapon idea for Insanity Deathmatch. Alright, super chain gun, heavy machine gun, super gun. This is a legendary tracker, by the way. Assembly 1994 invitation track. Speaking of the assemblies, I am finally at last going to be going to the assemblies here in Finland, in Helsinki. It's Assembly Winter 2026. That'll be in, let's see, February 19th, between February 19th and I think the 22nd. If I'm not mistaken. But I will only be visiting there for one day. That's on Saturday the 21st of February. Mainly for the demo scene, as well as seeing a few Finnish friends of mine. And yeah, I'll only be assemble the assemblies. Yes, I will be assembling myself to go to the assemblies. I don't know. Yeah. I mean, it's probably in English. It's actually just called like assembly. I'll be going to the assembly event, but in like it's weird. In Finnish, we call it assemblyt. The T at the end means that it's a plural, and I don't know like why that isn't the case in English. I don't know if it is, but like that's why I said the assemblies instead of assembly 2026 winter. Let's see. But yeah, I'll be probably very interested in the demo scene, and at the same time, I'll be seeing friends and probably the whole LAN area where all the young nerds are in. I've seen like back in DreamHack Winter 2019. That was the largest sort of BYOC area I've been into. I didn't have a seat in there myself, but oh my goodness, the whole arena was huge and filled with computers. So many rows of computers in there. And it was a phenomenal experience going in there. Alright, let's see. Super Nailgun, then I think that's all the polo weapons. Then we have... I'll probably copy that, that's the shortest one. Rocket Launcher. And it will spawn the Rocket Launcher spawner, as we say in very Finnish rally English accent. And then we have the plasma weapons. We have the Railgun. And then we spawn the Royal Gun spawner in this state. We have the Plasma Gun. Rocket launcher, yeah. Just yesterday we were actually playing Headless Chicken in co-op, and that has a kind of a Metal Slug announcer. Highly recommend playing that either in single player or in co-op if you have a friend. It is a brilliant map set. Features Ancient Aliens-esque kind of architecture, probably because it uses some of its textures. Then also a Metal Slug announcer, as well as chickens that do have their head, even though the map set is called Headless Chicken. Alright, there we go. That should be all of them, and spawner SSG, that looks good. Now for the menu def. I have a menu for that already. It's funny that I have the handicap value set in a completely different menu so that newer players don't really like accidentally turn that into the maximum and then they notice themselves being on 1 HP and don't know what's causing that. Yeah. Alright, option value, there we go. Oops, there we go. I am gonna need to create an option value IDM underscore WSSSG. 0 would be random, as it is on the BFG one, so that basically spawns a random weapon in the SSG spawner. 1 is gonna spawn the super shotgun. 2 is gonna be spawning the standard shotgun. I think it's called combat shotgun in the mod. 3. Now I will need the whole thing into a different window, I think. Yep, there we go. Because I'll need to see what these values are. Menu diff. I was somewhere here. There we go. Super shotgun, combat shotgun. Then we have the riot shotgun. Or screw gun. I can't type. I could probably be just like all together. Super chain gun. Heavy machine gun. I forgot that this track actually had like sub songs. It's fine. Oh, there's a brilliant track. This tracker was composed by a Finnish tracker musician, or tracker composer, tracker programmer, Jarkko Rootsten, also known as Roz, R-O-Z, who is a real veteran of composing trackers from the turn of the millennium, and he composed this among many other tracks for the game Ion Fury and its expansions, actually, yeah, or expansion Aftershock. Railgun, plasma gun, I can't type, and that should do it. MWS SSG weapon spawner menu. SSG spawner. There we go. And I think that should be all. Now we only have to test it. Jesus. Probably gonna make that a little bit lower there. Oh, jump target. Quad shotgun found weapons, whatever. What do you mean jump target? Oh, it's because I did the replacing a little bit. I had done goofed, I think. Yeah. Well, they're actually here, but I'm gonna just open that over there. I know what I did, because I replaced the word shotgun colon with point blank, so I also, of course, replaced this with quad point blank. I wonder what else happened. Maybe I could search for it. Point blank That's the only thing. So I just replaced that with shotgun. Welp. Those are all fixed. Okay. Save. Let's see what other things it was complaining about. White plasma gun. Okay, let's see what. I think that was replaced by the cell shock thing that I did, so it's now wide cell shock. That's amazing. Alright. Wide cell shock. This seems to be the only one, so plasma gun. Hopefully that's the only one. Alright. The good news is, before all of that, I didn't even cause a fatal error, which I'm very happy about. Alright, freaking mouse isn't visible because of XM play. I completely forgot about that. I mean, it's visible to you on stream, but on my main window, I cannot see that bunny head of a cursor. Anyway, spawner options, weapon spawners. I can't see the cursor. There we go. SSB spawner. I didn't actually know that I had set this to Redeemer, by the way, but yeah, there we go. Super shotgun, combat shotgun, run shotgun, screw gun. Yep, there we go. Has all the weapons. And we're gonna restart the round. And see what weapon is on the super shotgun. It is the super shotgun. Because I have set it to super shotgun, duh. Yep. Let's try again a few times. Yes, it is. Whee! Another question is, does it remain on the ground when I pick it up? Yes, it does. Good. Alright, that seems to be working. Combat shotgun is next. It should be the single barrel one, yes. Very nice. Just seeing a few times that it is actually the combat shotgun. I'm not taking any chances. Riot shotgun. That is not the riot shotgun. That is the super chain gun. Interesting. It may be because I might know actually why it's like that. Because I made a mistake here, I think. No, not here. In the SSG spawner. Yes. Okay. So I made the order in the States correct, but I didn't do this. There we go. I didn't reorder the numbers, but now it should be fixed. Otherwise everything's fine, so all the shotguns are there. All the bullet weapons are there. Rocket launcher, shotgun, plasma weapon, yeah, okay. Fucking lumberjack. Okay, what I should do is modifiers off. There we go. For now. Alright, that is the riot shotgun. And it stays there. I wanna get the yatatatatatat. Damn it. Here, that's good enough. Thank you, Heavy. But yeah, that is the riot shotgun. Whoops. Spawner options. Screw gun. Screw this. Screw gun is that. And it did spawn there the second time. Boom.
It is good day to die.
Good day to die. Yep. I'm fairly confident that all of those are what they are, because I rearranged them and they should be in the proper order. So that is the super chain gun. We kind of technically already tested that. Now that we tested number 5 next, so yeah, there we go. Heavy machine gun is what it should be. think I might do this for like all weapons. For all the spawners. Like all weapons except maybe the BFG. Well, we shall see. Probably even including the BFGs. It's gonna be a lot of things to go through, but and I might not do them on stream because that might not be the most interesting thing to do. Unless, of course, you all want me to stream that. I mean, if you do, then I'd be glad to, but otherwise, not entirely sure. Railgun is exactly the railgun, and plasma gun should spawn the plasma gun. There it is. That is not the plasma gun. I picked up the Wraith Verge. Yeah, me too. Alright, random. What does it do on the random one, though? Spawn the SSG. Spawn the Super Chain. Okay, fair to say it's random. Alright, good. Very good. I went out of the game with a bang, literally. Alright, that is the Super Shotgun spawn done. I think I could actually do the same, because I think this holds the exact same weapons. Then I could do this for the shotgun spawner as well. It has all of those. Super Shotgun, shotgun, right shotgun. Yes. What I think I need to do is rearrange this kind of, because it should have all the shotguns there, bullet weapons there, one rocket weapon, and then the railgun and plasma there. Why's the railgun over there? Like all the way up there? I have no idea. There. Yeah, so it's a simple thing I need to do for the shotgun. Oh yeah, that one didn't have a dual check. Just gonna add the comment dual check to all of these now. Dual check. And if there, oh yeah, of course I didn't add the comments for the states themselves, which I should do. Weapon spawn modifier states right below. Nothing. Custom weapon modifier states right below those. Actually, yeah, I may have made a mistake. Actually, no, I don't know. This holds. Yeah, this is the same thing actually. Dual and point blank. Technically, this doesn't even need a state labeled. Well, I guess for simplicity's sake, this does need the dual state label. But, like, if this already says that this is the dual check, and if dual is on, then go to... This could probably just have the... Like, go to point blank. If that ever changes, though, I mean, I don't know. Dual and point blank are the same state. Son of a bitch. Let that be for simplicity. It's simple. Anybody dumb enough to read my code will understand that it goes to this. Anyway. What was this? This was the dual spawn. I guess I could just dual spawn plus weapon spawn modifier checks. Wait, no. Modifier states. But yeah, this does actually have a different dual spawn. Well, it doesn't matter. There we go. So I just need to copy all this into this. Replace this with. Actually, I don't know yet because I might need to create that weapon spawner SSG. The simplest thing would probably be just to remove one S from those. There we go. I'm just gonna do this. There we go. And then copy all of these states. Except that one because the big gun is already in there. Right before big gun. There we go. Actually, I think it's. Wait. Ah, yes, because this one, yeah. Yes, I forgot. So in the big gun modifier, or the Armageddon modifier, this one actually just spawns the usual BFG spot. So, yeah. Should probably include the comment for that too. So, big gun is in their weapon spawn modifier checks. Weapon spawn modifier states, and that should just comment dual spawn. Yeah, that's good enough. But I think this should already work. That's the SSG one. SG, shotgun, super shotgun, that should all be all the weapons. I created the CVAR for it, now I just need to create the menu def option value and add it into the option menu. Technically, I would just use the same thing. Option value. Yeah, I think I don't even need to create a separate one. I could just use the same thing because it uses the same weapons. Yeah. Shotgun spawner. S. Wait a minute. Yes, SG. Is it the CVAR? Needs to be different and separate, but this option value menu can be the same because it uses the same list of weapons. What if this is like yeah, perhaps that's better. Because they are the spawns of the weapons. Okay, super shotgun spawn, BFG spawn. Yep, all of the same weapons, because he uses all of them. This map does have a shotgun spawn, it's on the outside area. That is most certainly the SSG. At this point, I should just create a freaking test map for both Insanity Deathmatch and Insanity Survival because, yeah, I'm always having to just like play map 1 to check like everything. I mostly do that with Insanity Survival, so that probably is a better idea. But wait a minute, super shotgun, yep, combat shotgun. I'm just gonna test all of these oneless. That is definitely the combat shotgun. Riot shotgun, good. Screw gun. Well, screw you. That is the screw gun. You are tiny grasshopper. Super chain gun. What if I probably could do a bind. Wait a minute. Can't I do like a bind or weapon spawner menu? If I type IDM underscore weapon spawner menu. Wait. Something should like. There was a way to open a menu from the console or something. I remember that. What the hell? But I remember the exact command. Maybe I'd like. Menu? No. No, I have no idea. I don't remember the command for that. To enter a menu through a console. That would be really, really helpful. So I could create a bind for that. Instead of me having to go through the entire selection of menus here just to switch the shotgun spawn one step forward. One notch forward. That is the super nail gun. I remember that there was like some sort of a command for that. It's not open. Oh, that would be opening a map. Railgun. Oh, the quietest. Hell yeah. Recently made that. That is the thing I think I streamed. Maybe. Last time. That may have been the thing I streamed last time. Alright. Plasma gun. Well, I got the wide plasma gun. And then I also have the regular plasma. Ah. Alright. Shotgun spawn works perfectly. I think for the next spawners it's gonna be really, really easy. Because they only have so many weapons. Weapon spawner number 3 would be... Of course it does, I made it, yeah! You are way too kind. Anyway, yeah, the bullet weapons, there are only 4 of them in that spawn. There are only 5 in the explosive spawn, and then 4, wait a minute, dual, oh yeah, that's the dual. 5 plasma spawns, plasma weapons on that spawn. Yep, that is, I think, what I should do. Dual check. Wait. It doesn't have a dual check. Yeah, because it spawns the same weapon. Well, it doesn't matter. Some weapon spawn states, I think that was called. Ooh. Weapon spawn modifier states. Wait. I mean, I have weapon spawn modifier states there, but then another one there. What the hell? What the spawn checks? Yep, I am a dumbass. Hey, Vortex! Some of the common menus have dedicated console commands like menu underscore options, menu underscore keys, etc. It could be actually that's only for the built-in menus and not custom ones that you could open. You might be right, actually. They do, yeah, okay. Actually, before doing anything on the spawner itself, I'm gonna create the ACS set revolting value thing. Set result value, there we go. CG, change this into CG, that means chain gun. We'll modify the chain gun spawn to any weapon you desire as a server host for it to be there. I like that I'm opening a folder called Decorate, which is type F-er. Yeah, I have the C bar created, so the only thing I just need to do is copy only one of these, put it right under here. Instead of this being that is CG, and the first one I think is the super chain gun. Should actually just bring up the whole freaking list of things that it spawns over here. Oh, super nail gun actually, that doesn't matter. Spawn active 3. That's gonna be temporarily there, just so I could reference that super. I guess this could be a super nail gun in case. It doesn't matter. It's gonna be 2. Heavy machine gun. Assault rifle. This is gonna be much shorter to do. Thank God. And then we create super chain gun. I cannot type for shit. TNT 1 A1 actually. Spawn item X. Super chain gun spawner. Stop. Stop it! Stop. Nail gun. Vittu. Super handgun. Heavy machine gun. And then the assault rifle, which is the AK. Boom! That should already do it in terms of the functionality of the spawner. But I just need to create the stuff in the menu. This should work. I know all this is correct, and I have created the states, and everything is in order. Okay, everything seems to be in order. CG. This is gonna be CG, and it's gonna be called the chain gun spawn. So somewhere here. There we go. It's gonna have way fewer options. Zero is random. 1 is super chain gun. 2 is super nail gun. This is also much easier for me to remember which was which. And this was heavy machine gun. Assault rifle. There. I think so that I don't have to do all of this again when I create the stuff for the other spawners. I'm gonna do or L, which is the rocket launcher spawn. But I'm gonna have to look up the stuff. Well, I'm gonna look them up later. For now, that shall be that, so it doesn't spew any errors. But yeah, I think that should do it already for the chain gun spawn. Let's see what that does. There is a chain gun there.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Where'd you find this? Oh, shotgun spawn also to plasma gun. Super chain gun, super nail gun, heavy machine gun, assault rifle. Alright. I'll check a few times that it is the super chain gun. It is. I'll take your word for it. Game. Super nail gun spawns perfectly. Heavy machine gun spawns. Stank on shit. And the assault rifle spawns. Perfect. Here we go. That one had many different freaking weapons. The rocket launcher spawn, I mean. Rocket launcher, grenade launcher, barrage launcher, heat seeker, mini bomber. Only one more than the chain gun spawn. Of course, I gotta create the ACS thing for that. Just gonna go ahead and create that for all the weapons now. Wait a minute. I created 2 of these. I think, yeah, maybe. Wait, yeah, damn it, I had to create it. I had already created these. I was like, we're gonna create this, and this doesn't matter. Maybe I could just get rid of these now that they have been created and just call this one RL. And this one PG, stands for plasma gun. It's a really moody track. Nicolette by, I believe, Polish tracker composer of Halcyon. Does really amazing, kind of like trackers of different genres from the turn of the millennium. Alright, this is the rocket spawn. Copy one of these into here and name this freaking O umlaut. Rocket launcher is the first one. The barrage launcher or grenade launcher is next. That's the grenade launcher. I almost know my things after many years of not even fiddling with any of these. Well, not many years, but like at least several months and over a year. Barrage launcher, so they should be numbered correctly. Pardon me. I think the heat seeker is next? Question mark. Yes, and then the mini bomber. Heat seeker. Mini bomber. I think there was a dual check, yes. Alright, here's where I'm gonna build these things. Rocket launcher. 2180, oh no, 1. Just copy all of this basically, but rocket launcher spawner. Grenade launcher. Spawner. Barrage launcher. Spawner. There we go. This hopper is deeping our agenda today. Thank you very much for stopping by, Shkar, once again. And you should join probably next week's Sentinel session again. I've been missing you. You haven't been joining those very recently, but I can understand that they're a little bit late, of course. for Europe time. Heat Seeker spawner. And then mini bomber. It was very simple compared to the games I normally play. It's also very understandable. Yeah, you have been talking about those as well. It's very, very true. But if I missed, I shall try and join next time. Good. I don't know what we'll play next time, but something probably PvP related again. I kind of want to try out Tomb Fetus, but I need to figure out a way how to like inform people that they should use the freaking launcher that Tomb Fetus comes with, or is built for Tomb Fetus really, and instead of using Zanjonum, because I'm not sure. I mean, I should probably test it on my own PC, how it looks on standard Zanjonum versus how it looks and feels on Tomb Fetus' own built-in Zanjonum, because it has its own curated settings and everything. Simplicity is a key part of what gives boomer shooters the sharps. Yeah, that's very, very true. And arena FPS games, even though they are hard as hell to master, but they are as simple as the principle gets. Some too simple is not as fun for me. Yeah. It's fair enough. Alright, mini bomber. This should all work now. I am now gonna finish the option values for this. Rocket launcher. I'm going to say this in a very Finnish way. Grenade launcher. Parrage launcher. Look at this bazillion mods out there for Doom, for increasing / decreasing difficulty for various degrees. That's very true. Alright, good night, Shkar. See you later. Hopefully see you in the sessions. Wait a minute. 1, 2, 3. Heat Seeker. You try? Do or do not. There is no try. Nah, it's all good. Good night, Chicker. 5. Yeah, there were 5 of them. So the rocket launcher. This might actually make the menu a little wide because I'm not using the actual word. So rocket launcher spawn. Oh good lord. RL, there we go. And that should fix the rocket spawn. Okay, failure. First one of the whole stream. Remember, sprite names must be exactly 4 characters. Line 440. Huh? 440. TNT. Ah, there was an extra space there, and there's in fact an extra space in all of these. Thank you for letting me know that. Now it works. There's a rocket right there. I think that's a rocket spawn. But there is also one in the secret. But I think I'm gonna just be using this. I remember there's an SSG, BFG, and a rocket spawn. Rocket launcher spawn. If it ends up spawning just rockets anyway, then yeah, it looks like that. I mean, there was 2 rocket launchers, 1 grenade, heat seeker, mini bomber. Yeah, I mean that is probably a rocket. There's also another way to find out, actually enabling the spawn to spawn a specific weapon. Okay, rocket launcher. There's no 2 rockets there. But suffice to say, this is probably the rocket launcher. Yeah, the weapon stays good. I mean, the spawn for the rocket. Grenade launcher, very good. Next one should be barrage launcher. It is. Heat seeker. Very nice. Ba-ba. And that's the mini bomber. Very nice. Very nice. Also, I didn't disable the mini bomber spawn. God damn it, it's fine. Yep, that's the rocket spawn done. Then the last 5 weapons are for the plasma spawn. Yes. I'm actually surprised I've gone this far in just an hour. Like, I was imagining this would take a little bit longer than that, but yeah. I only have the plasma spawn to do. Then I could start doing the same for the power-ups and for the armor pickups for the health. Well, probably not. Well, we'll see. Probably even the health. And then maybe even taking it further and, like, enabling all of the choices of all the weapons for all the freaking spawners. And I don't know, that's probably gonna make the list even longer than this. Because there are probably, actually, how many weapons are there in Insanity Deathmatch by now? I can sort of easily count them. 4 plus 4 plus 8 plus 9 plus 9 plus 10 plus 14. 58! 58 weapons! Almost 60 of these things. I've gotta make sure that there's no, like, other actors than just weapons in here. 58! But didn't I have like 53 or something in the last stable version, 1.21? I've added like 5 more in this one, apparently. 58 different weapons I've done in this. Alright, weapon actor, spawn actor 5. It's a lot of weapons, but yeah, that's very true, yeah. That was the first thing I dabbled with in this mod, like, well, first I just only replaced the weapons of Doom with just one weapon on each spawn, because I didn't know how to do random spawners yet. But then I discovered the random spawners, and yeah, basically just realized that I could actually make a whole freaking plethora of weapons now, and they would be all randomized on their own spawns. And that's where things really took off for Insanity Deathmatch, just making more and more stuff, especially weapons, but also it was kind of like a thing I experimented Decorate and especially Zandronum Decorate with. Like, yeah, when I started doing it, it was just before my military service, and even during my military, during the free time I had there, I had my laptop, and I was just like programming Decorate, fiddling around with stuff, literally fucking around and finding out. Well, not literally, no, don't take it like that. What I mean is just like, just as the advice goes, fuck around and find out. That's what I did. Let's see. Yeah, 5 plasma weapons, which funnily enough, they don't include the plasma gun itself. That's in the SSG spawn and the shotgun spawn. The rest of the plasma weapons are a little bit more potent, so that's why these 5 are in there. I made the stuff for, let's see, that was the PG, yes. Copy 1 instance of that. Maybe the chain gun's better, it's a little bit shorter. PG, the first weapon is the plasma machine gun. Double barrel plasma gun that just sprays plasma all over your screen. Second one is, what is it? Should copy this over here again. The dual spawner does have the standard plasma gun instead of the plasma machine gun, and it doesn't have the ion blaster. Should have the list right there somewhere. Second one is pulse rifle. The wiggly plasma gun, as people like to call it. Plasma beam, kind of the lightning gun of Insanity Deathmatch. Ion blaster. The little boing boing plasma gun. And then the repeater, the hit scan explosive plasma gun. There we have it. No, wait. How did I do it with this one? Right before then, okay. Plasma machine gun. It's just like that. Plasma machine gun. Spawner. There we go. I almost forgot about that. Pulse rifle. Not to be confused with the pulse rifle of the Alien franchise. It's a completely different thing. Plasma beam. Ion blaster. And then the repeater. Or repeater. I am excellent at typing. Repeater. There we go. That should do it. Once again. Menu diff. Wait. They're up here. I'm probably gonna copy this, but replace that with PG, and then random is correct, but then we have the plus machine gun. Pulse rifle. What came after this? Plasma beam? Yep, I think so. And then ion blaster and the repeater. Plasma repeater. I think that is what it is also called in the text. It isn't called that in its actor names or anything. Actually, it is the repeater, but what the hell? I think the obituary should actually say that. Okay, never mind. It's now called the repeater now then, okay. There we go. Plasma gun. PG. There we go. Good. This should work, unless there's a fatal error. No, it isn't. Bam! There is a plasma gun right there, in fact. Yep. That's the plasma machine gun. That's the pulse rifle. That's the plasma beam. You might be noticing that I'm turning with the arrow keys because I don't want to take my hand off the freaking keyboard because I've just been typing and I just want to keep my hand on the freaking keyboard for ease of access for everything. I don't know. Then I would have to just like move my hand to the mouse, but yeah, there we go. Ion blaster is spawning correctly, and then the plasma repeater is there. It's done. Except that I didn't disable the spawner, damn it, or make it back to random. I need to do that in game, I think. And I think I could enable the modifiers again. There we go. There we go. And I think that should do it for the weapon spawns, custom weapon spawns for Insanity Deathmatch. The thing is, I'm probably gonna be expanding them. I just wonder. They shouldn't probably be. Well, we'll see about that later. Yeah, that's a thing for me to worry about. But I think, yeah, that should be. Should have probably all the weapons imaginable in this whole mod. Should I space these out? Should I make these somehow simpler? I mean, they say well enough already that that's the super shotgun, shotgun spawn, chain gun, rocket launcher, plasma gun, BFG. Chainsaw spawn, as I stated earlier, has been replaced by a power-up spawner, so that will be under the power-up spawners menu, which will eventually be a thing. I think that's good enough. Probably doesn't need spacing there at all. Who's good? So long, Bowser. Well, that's basically the Insanity Deathmatch portion done. Now it's time for a little bit pondering with Skulltag Fortress, which I am thinking of redesigning in like the health and armor economy of each class. Wait a minute. There it is. So, it's gonna be difficult. I'm thinking of bringing back, because right now the classes have either 100 or 150 blue armor. Like there are a few classes right there that have like 100 blue armor. But then, yeah, I'm thinking of maybe putting down the classes with 150 armor to 100, and then the classes with 100 blue armor to 50 green armor. Green armor wouldn't be like, it would only be different in the amount, although I was considering that maybe green armor should have like less protection value as well. Currently, I mean, it's commented out, but it originally had like 67% protection value, so it would absorb 67% of all damage you take. Say you take 100 damage to your face, but if you have green armor, then you only take 33 damage to your health and then 67 damage to the armor. But I think because you have less of this, maybe 50%, for example, is good enough. I shall be pondering that for a while, but maybe I'll go with 50. But to counteract this, I mean, I'm probably first gonna do this thing. No, wait a minute. I'll probably gonna. So that's the scout. First, I should look like what was the color for the green. Green armor, or not green, but that green text. Print. Good old print article. This holds like all the character codes or the color codes for like coloring characters, coloring letters. Green is that. It's D. Okay, good to know. I may have actually had D somewhere here. Like I have probably colored text into green, but that scout should be D, and this should be 50 green. I cannot type green armor. Should I keep him at 110 movement speed though? Probably, because I'm also going to be doing some changes to the weapons. We'll see about those later. Marksman has 100 blue armor, he's going to have 50 green armor. And the text will be green, there we go. Ghost will also, I think, have 50 green armor. I'm a little bit concerned about his balance now, but we'll see. Everything else looks okay. 3 classes with 50 green armor. I nearly missed that. And yeah, then we have like the Gunner and Rocketeer with 200 red armor, but then there's also the Scorcher with 150, and the Demolitioner with 150 armor. But that reminds me, I think the rockets deal, yeah, they deal 0 direct damage, they only deal splash damage, 128. So still, you'll still need 2 rockets to kill a scout or a ghost or a marksman. But I want to make the bullet weapons a little bit less potent. Shotgun, super shotgun and scatter pistol are gonna be doing not 15 but 12 damage, so that's still a number that is dividable by 3 because of the armor economy and everything. Except for the green armor, but that is still divisible by 2, so that's fine. But then, yeah, instead of 8 pellets, wait a minute, this was, no, yeah, this 9 pellets in total. So instead of 9 pellets, it would fire 10. So that's 1 plus 9 pellets. This one is fully accurate. Like, 1 shot in each shotgun is fully accurate, but the rest are completely random depending on their spread, like this. So this will shoot 10 for a total of 120 damage point blank. That's the standard shotgun. Same goes for the scatter pistol. Has otherwise exactly the same damage value, but has a higher rate of fire. And then the super shotgun will shoot not 18, but 20. 1 plus 19. Scatter pistol also, I forgot to change its damage value. There we go. And that should be good enough. Machine gun also will be dealing 12. I'm a little bit... I don't know like what damage that minigun could do though. Like 20... I'm just thinking like in my head it would do like... Well, I'll figure that out. Plasma rifle doesn't change. Then I also gotta change the like scout scatter pistol. That's gonna deal like 12, 12, and 9. John's Weepy! Wait, there we go. There's the alert. Welcome everybody from John's chat. I am doing a bit of programming, but I'll be soon testing things actually. How are your perkele sound? Satana! Anyway, welcome everybody. How was your stream, John? What were you playing? I am over here just modding my ass. Not my ass, but Zanjonum. I just did a bit of Insanity Deathmatch modding. I created like a menu for the mod where you could just like set a custom weapon for all the weapon spots. Whatever you want. Although it's not yet exactly whatever you want, but right now it's whatever you want out of the standard spawns that it uses, but maybe I'll expand it to all weapons, so you could just use a specific weapon, even the same weapon that you want for all the freaking spawns, if you really want that as a server admin. It is gonna be a possibility, I think. Oh, Robocop Rogue City. I've heard it's an enjoyable game. Let's see, so the rocket deals 128, Gunner, I really don't know about his minigun. If I change this value... Son of a bitch, because this will then be actually really good. $18 also isn't really divisible by 5. No. Technically I could make this like 7 and 7 and it would almost be the same DPS but doubled, but I don't know about that, no. I'll probably keep it at 9 for now, but I'm afraid the minigun might be a really, really good weapon except against the light classes. But maybe that shall be the case. I don't know. But at the same time, Gunner is the tankiest class in this mod, so we shall see. There we go. Shotgun of the Demolitioner had some changes compared to the standard shotgun. Pioneer doesn't? No, it's only changing the reload stuff to show the Pioneer's info. I think that should do it. Oh, the scatter pistol. Oh, never mind. Scout scatter pistol already changed. Alrighty. Yeah, maybe also with this change, I mean, well, if I amp up the infantry's movement speed at all, hopefully that doesn't... I could probably test 32 and 24-18. But yeah, hopefully that doesn't throw off the balance. We're going to be testing this in 32 and 24-18, which won a CAC award last year, a multiplayer CAC award. God damn it, I had Deathmatch on. There we go. Capture the flag.
Welcome to Capture the Flag.
YEDS. That stands for, I think, Yeoman Engineers and Developers of Software. So the medic has, wait a minute, 150 armor. Wait a minute. I guess I didn't change any of these. I only changed the info and the damage values of the weapons. That's right. I gotta change the players, of course. Infantry. Should he stay at 90% speed? We'll give it a go. Blue armor 100. Scout player has green armor 50. Rocketeer doesn't change. Scorcher doesn't change. Gunner doesn't change. Marksman. Green armor 50. Marksman is also going to be a little bit desperate with the movement speed, but we'll see. Well, not as desperate as the gunner. 70%, but he is the tankiest class. The reason the marksman moves so slow is because he's meant to be a sniper, really, and his railgun is deadly if you're accurate with it. Medic. Blue armor 100. I think, yeah. Ghost changes to green armor 50. A. I don't know why I typed the A there. Cyborg doesn't change, except that, yes, he should change. Or wait, did I type the Cyborg has 150 blue armor? Yeah, okay. Yeah, because I didn't change that yet. 100 blue armor, Scorcher 150 radar armor, Pioneer 100, Medic 100. Cyborg, I really want to keep at 150. Either that, or I'm gonna amp his HP to 200. And then he has 100 blue armor, so it's consistent with the other ones. If then we have 100 blue armor always, nobody has 150 blue armor. There's only 2 classes that have 150 red armor, and then there's 2 classes that have 200 red armor. Then there is 3 of these that have 50 green armor. Good. Did the Cyborg have... Good lord, there's a large-ass list. Where are the stats of this thing? So he's got cell regen, and then he's got 10 health regen. Okay, good. Yeah, maybe I should keep him like that. So, Cyborg... His... wait a minute, no. Player, there we go. Cyborg player health 200, max health 200, mugshot max health 200. That means that like basically I think between 200 and 180 or 160 there's the normal mugshot without any blood, and then below 160 and so on it starts to do the blood levels of the mugshot of Doom guy. Boom, boom, boom. Blue armor 100. I still do have the 150 blue armor pickup on the world, so yeah, anybody could benefit from that. Especially the like light classes. Right. Medic has 100 armor. It's more interested in scout. He's the fastest class, but he's also like very, very squishy. He's at 110. I kind of want to amp his speed up to 120. He really deserves that. Like, holy crap, he's squishy as hell. But he really deserves that movement speed. Okay. Especially with these strafe jumps. Woohoo! Ow. Until he hit your head like that. And he's got grenades that he can displace enemies with, or do grenade jumps. Whee! But I can only do 2 apparently. I didn't take that into account actually. But it's fine. I mean, just gonna pick up more health, or pick up the blue armor, in fact, which is right there. And it bumps up the armor to 150. I can try with a few. Ow! With a few bots. Damn it, I hit the wall there. It's fine. Yeah, maybe 120% is good enough. I mean, these are still bots that I'm fighting against. I'm more testing the running speed of the scout in different maps. Kirby? Okay. Woohoo! Yes, Scout, I really want to be a proper runner class, so his speed is at 120%. So 20% more than Doom Guy's running speed. I mean, he is exactly that in Team Fortress and Team Fortress 2. Wait. I don't want to quit, actually. I want to test the other classes. Infantry. What about the nails, though? I mean, now that the machine gun is very poor in damage, it's become a real secondary weapon now. Then maybe I should probably also, well, I don't know, I could probably, damn it, I could keep the heavy machine gun damage as it is at 15, but then lower the amount of bullets everyone has to like 50, starting bullets that is. You could still go up in the amount. So maybe the machine gun could stay where it is. And then, of course, the pistol. Yeah, pistol, I'm absolutely keeping it at 15 because it's even worse than the machine gun. Yeah. Yeah, that should be good enough. I'll actually skip this track. Ooh, it was a brilliant freaking jungle track. I'm gonna check real quick. Cool. Prime time. Try a different map. Duke Nukem. I am Duke Nukem. Or rather, I'm Duke Nukem, and this is my capture the flag map on Doom called Duke Nukem. Jesus. Well, now that the SSG is also weaker, I'm really a little bit more confident in keeping infantry's movement speed at 100. I don't know. Then keep Rocketeer at 80% because of his stack. And then the rocket launcher, of course. So good old CTF players can still enjoy like the good old SSG tactic. What also affects the like speed value that I am able to adjust in the Deckard code is the acceleration. Like if you're at 1.2 factor speed, then you're also accelerating really like much faster than, for example, when you're at 0.9. So I do want to take that into account as well. I think, yeah, 100 is pretty okay. Let's see, or that's the wrong freaking menu. It's player, infantry, speed 1.0. Might end up doing the same. Oh, Scorcher was actually already at 1.0. Ghost is at 1.0. There's only Marksman and I think Pioneer that are at 0.9. Oh, he's at 0.8. Excuse me. Cyborg's at 0.8. Pioneer I'm actually just set to 0.9. Demolitioner can stay there. Wait a minute. Oh, there we go. Damage factor. Should the Demolitioner take even less damage from rockets and grenades? You would be able to grenade and sticky bomb jump better, which I think they have the grenade damage type, so. I think that there isn't actually a damage type defined here. What am I, dumb? Actually, no, it's the planted bomb. Well, even they don't have a damage type defined. Son of a bitch. Grenade. Yeah, now they should affect the shooter a little bit less. I think the rest of these are fine, so the projectile itself should also have the same thing. There we go. Great dude, Cajon.
Welcome to
Great dude, Cajun accent. They'll tell you what, dang old great dude, CTF map over here, picking up the left red flag and stuff like that. Great dude, Cajun, yes. No, I think it's Cajun or something. Kagan? I don't know. I don't know English well enough to understand what that word even means. Playing as the infantry, yeah. Rocketeer has 100 more armor, but is moving 20% slower, but he also does have the rocket launcher. Demolitioner has 50 less armor than the Rocketeer, but he's able to do that. Ow. I overshot that. Maybe, yeah, I think I'm gonna experiment with Demolitioner a little bit and set the damage factor to 50% instead of 30%. Shall try that. I shall mention that in here too. 80% movement speed, 30%, it's going to be actually 50% explosive resistance. The Rocketeer only has 30.
Welcome to capture the flag.
I did take a lot less damage from those now. Woohoo! Yeah, I love this. Ah. Dead. It's actually excellent on this map. I wonder. I wonder actually how borked this can be on maps like this. Oh, I nearly made that jump. Woohoo! 19 HP. That's bonkers. I love sticky bomb jumping, especially in TF2, and holy hell, I love watching like Team Fortress Classic and Quakeball Team Fortress players just like doing the sticky. Actually, no, it's pipe bomb jumps in their game. Woohoo! Yep, this is rigged. This is super freaking strong, but it's only really for the maps like this where you can just easily get to the flag just over some obstacles like that. But at the same time, these are bots, and I think real players would just like, some of them would be preferring to defend the flag, and they would be immediately just like seeing me coming over there and then just blasting me in the face, very possibly. And it takes a while for me to actually just set up the bombs and then woohoo, back to the base. So there is that. I loved sticky bomb jumping. That wasn't so effective. I was barely out of the range of the other one. Amazing. Amazing intermission screen, by the way. Okay, this is less of a... Well, I guess you could probably get to the the enemy base with a sticky jump like that, but damn it. Yeah, no, maybe not. So there are just certain demolitioner maps. You can get over this. That's cool. Those are just bridge things, I think. They're very precise, actually. You could just shoot grenades through those fences. You can make the flag pretty fast, actually, but yeah, you'll be at basically scout stack when you reach over there. Alright, that's good enough. Medic. The ghost actually has now, yeah, the green armor. But in a player match, I mean, yeah, I don't know how effective he'll be because he now has Green armor, but he could pick up blue armor and then be really, really effective with if I increase the duration of the cloak, which means like less cell draining. And he moves at 100%. Does it the let's see, that's the Pyre, that's the Demolitioner. Gunner, Demolitioner, Pioneer, 90%. Infantry is now 100. Marksman is 90. Medic, Scorcher, Infantry, and Gold Star 100. Cyborg, Demolitioner, and Rocketeer at 80, and then Gunner at 70. Scout at 120. There we go. Welcome back. You may have just missed some amazing sticky jumps, John Sweepy, but I'll show them again. This map is. I didn't make any of these maps, by the way, just as a disclaimer. This is 32 and 24 Series 18, made by Multiplayer Federation and the Yeoman engineers and developers of software, also known as YEDs. But this map. I mean, these also weren't made for this mod. This mod really hasn't been like published anywhere yet. So, but yeah, it is compatible with CTF maps. But this map with Demolitioner, you can just do this. Whee! Get to the other base immediately and snatch the flag and get back and capture it. But if you go against players, I mean, they'll probably soon enough notice you and. Then they'll just frag you over there if there are any people defending here, even one. Whee! Now I'm just curious, I might need to create a new bot profile. Scorchers 5. Let's see, Gunner. I think 5 could be Demolitioner, and then 6 could be Cyborg. So now I'm really curious how many like rockets or grenades the Demolitioner bot can take, or any Demolitioner. It doesn't have to be a bot.
Welcome to capture the flag.
With the Duke Nuke, it was better of a map to test this on. Add the bot. What was it again? Test bot 5. He's not going to be moving around. I'm just testing his resilience. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's pretty good. I think. What was the Rocketeer bot? Test bot 2. Damn it. Which team am I on? Never mind. It did spawn on red. Where did he spawn is a good question. Wait, I went straight through. Oh, because I have no clip. I was like, what the hell? I went straight through there because I had no clipping mode on, so. That also goes through bridge things, apparently. Okay, Rocketeer. Only 4. But I think I still might have to test. Might still have to test, like, the distance. I don't know. Oh, maybe most of the time he's able to survive 5 rockets or grenades or sticky bombs straight to the face. So that'll be his strong side. What did the Rocketeer bot go? There it is. Yep. While the Rocketeer is more of a mobile class in most cases, and like a little bit more versatile. He has a rocket launcher, he can just spam corners around and everything. Then he has a strong SSG, but then he also has the heavy machine gun as a very strong secondary or the pistol if he has completely run out of ammo, which is highly unlikely, but can happen. Also, I completely forgot that I changed the rocket speed. Should change that back to like whatever it was, 32. Grenade! 36. How can we help? Have I logged it somewhere? Rocket speed. I didn't log it yet, damn it. Speaking of logging, I'm actually gonna have to change a lot of these, so let's see. Increased movement speed for the infantry from 90% to 100. But then decreased blue armor amount from 150 to 100. Scout increased movement speed. I should actually just have this so I copy pasted from a lot of things. 110 to 120, but then replaced blue armor with 50 green armor. Gunner didn't change. Demolitioner. Oh yeah, about the weapons, yeah. Decreased shotgun damage per pellet from 100 damage per pellet, 15 to 12. Increased shotgun pellet amount per shot from, was it 9 to 10, so now it does 120 damage. It's kind of a nerf because of the damage value, but still, I mean, it is a nerf. Technically, I could just mention all of this in the same. Yeah, because they both fire the same amount of pellets and do the same amount of damage per pellet. Super shotgun damage per pellet from 15 to 12. In fact, goddammit. Damage per pellet of all the shotguns. And then, let's see, increased super shotgun pellet amount per shot from 18 to 20. So now it does 240 damage, yes. Instead of 270. Where was I with the movement speed? So I'm gonna make a new queue of, I think, some trackers. Let's see. Bubble World, no. Oh, it's kind of a long trek. 9 minutes! Actually, 9.5, what? No, that is 8. 8.5 minutes. The tracker freaking program, XMplay, is really, really small. This is a good track. Yep, there we go. Demolitioner. What did change was increased explosive resistance from 30% to 50%. Pioneers things didn't change, I don't think. Marksman's green armor, or blue armor was replaced with green. Medic is exactly as it says there. don't remember what the ghost movement speed was, but he also has the blue armor replaced with green armor. Starting blue armor is... There we go.
Welcome to capture the flag.
I meant to log something else too, god damn it. I feel like I have missed something. Well, it doesn't matter. I'm highly interested in marksman, although I'm gonna be fragging bots here, but still. I think marksman will be extremely deadly against the light classes now. Damn it. Like I said, it's a really good weapon if you can hit things with it, but I am terrible. I'm a terrible sniper, and I cannot. Plus, this is kind of an unusual sniper because it works more like the Team Fortress Classic or quite well Team Fortress Sniper, where you actually have to hold the trigger to first charge the rifle and then release it to fire. He does also have a shotgun, as well as a heavy machine gun. Alright, I'm just a terrible sniper. But yeah, I think that should be the new armor economy for Skulltag Fortress. Pretty much. As well as a few movement changes. Now the infantry is back into its original movement speed, 100.0. And scout is buffed to 1.2. That's a whopper of a movement speed. Medic Ghost... Oh no, sorry, Scout, Marksman and Ghost have green armor. Cyborg is back to 200 HP and 100 armor. Yep, I think that should do it. And Demolitioner got more explosive resistance. It's gonna be really interesting to see, with sticky jumps especially. Scorcher. And yeah, bullet weapons were mainly nerfed, or shotguns at least. Yeah, because I didn't end up changing the heavy machine gun, so that's it. Yeah, I think that should be all of them. So we did a more custom weapon spawn options for Insanity Deathmatch, and then we modded a bit more Skulltag Fortress. I hope to do kind of another test of this. Maybe in the Hellforge community. I should do like a BFG spam squad session on some Saturday and then test it with people if they are interested. Should probably announce ahead, like a couple days ahead, then we'll be doing Skulltag Fortress on probably 32 and 24-18 maps. This is a really good map set, and its Cackle Ward last year is very well deserved. I highly recommend checking that out if you play CTF in St. John. Alright, there we go. Yep, I think that should do it. We did quite a bunch of progress. I'm really happy with that. I don't know when I'll be doing a modding stream next time, but I'm really hoping to, like, at least... Because also next week I have an evening shift, so before work I'm hoping to do, like, modding. Yeah, just do like other things before actually just going to work to get progress on things finally. And yeah, on the streaming side, I mean, Friday will be Sentinel sessions, of course. Saturday, if I have the time and if I don't have to maintain my sleep schedule as well, like the coming week, because I'm at an evening shift, then I might be able to do like an extra weekend stream. We shall see. But it is very much up in the air still. Sentinel sessions at least won't go anywhere unless like I have on some Friday things to do and attend to. So it depends on that. But let's see. Yeah, that shall be it for the modding stream. Let's see. I'm gonna find somebody to raid. Before that, I'm gonna find a proper freaking track to end this on. Oh, the Oasis. Well, that's a really old track. Star Control. Damn it, I didn't do a long enough queue of the tracks. Okay, maybe this is a good track to end on. Special Technique. Alright, let's see. Coffee by the Fire is playing Quake. Brent Dondle is playing Doom 2. But, Community Night, Group Indexing, whatever. What is Brent Dondle doing? Are they playing co-op? Oh, no, maybe not. Maybe they're just probably just in a call and Brent Dondle is just playing something. I don't know. Maybe Coffee by the Fire. Let's see. What is she playing? Quake Brutalist Jam 3, of course. Yeah, we're gonna raid her. Raid Komfubutefire. I've actually been just waiting to even watch a bit of Quake Brutalist Jam 3. Looks really, really exquisite. Also, I didn't close or collapse exemplary. There we go. But yeah, I think we'll be rating her. That is written correctly, I think. Yes, it is. All right. So yeah, next Friday very likely is going to be the next stream, and that will be a Sentinel session once again. What we'll be doing, I don't know, but very likely a PvP session again. Maybe Deathmatch, maybe Last Man Standing, we shall see. But something PvP related this time. We already did co-op this week, so it's another PvP session. Otherwise, it is bon voyage, best of luck to your future endeavors. Give Comfy by the Fire all love. All the love. My English is terrible. Playing Quake Brutalist Jam 3. Yep, there we go. So yeah, see you next week. Bon voyage. And yep, everything like that. I don't know, I'm going losing my mind. Goodbye.